26th of June, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Successful in his,
I think Phil is in the United States.
yeah. Okay. Good trip. All right, let's see, where are we holding now? Bava Kama. And there's, oh. Yeah, I think today we have a new, a little bit new section over here today. We completed that section.
Baruch Hashem.
Yeah, and now, oh, well, this, we did start this actually. We did start it. Yeah, so let's, yeah, Ravashi, let's just read over Ravashi once again, and then we'll continue from there.
Okay, so we're on 95B3, left-hand column, last line. Ravashi Amar, I'm sorry, Amar Ravashi, Ravashi said, Ki Havanan Be Rav Kahana Iboye Lan. When we were studying in the academy of Rav Kahana, we asked, Lerevi Shimon de Amar le Machatze Lish Vilarevia Hu de Shakil Gazlan. Okay, so according to Rabbi Shimon, who says the robber takes half, a third, or a quarter, ki misalkinan lay, when we remove him, bidemei misalkinan lay, it is with money that we remove him. Or I guess it's a question. Is it with money that remove him? Oh, Dilma, or perhaps mi bisra shakul, or perhaps he takes from the meat.
Right.
So
yeah.
I was just going to say the English fills in that we remove him from the improvements by satisfying his claim and paying him the share to which he is entitled. So in other words, he gets the improvements. So he's got to give back something, and then he's got something that he's going to get. And the question is, do we give him money or do we give him the meat of the newborn calf itself? I don't know. I'm not really getting this.
The note says that Can the one who was robbed have the value of the newborn calf appraised and pay the robber his quarter, third, or half in cash? Or is the robber entitled to demand a quarter, third, or half of the calf itself?
Oh,
Note 21.
right.
Hmm.
Okay, Weiter?
Yeah, okay, there doesn't seem to be any Rashi over here. So we'll go with the note.
Okay, ufashatna Ameha de Amar Rav Nachman Amar Shmuel. So we resolved the inquiry from that which Rav Nachman said in the name of Shmuel. Shlosha shamin lahen hashevach. For three people, we assess the improvement. The English says that they made to the land. Ma'alim osan b'damim, and we remove them from the land through paying them the amount of that assessment in cash. And these are them. I'm sorry, the Eluhain, and these are them. Bechor lefashut, the firstborn pays cash to the ordinary son for his share of the improvements in his land. Uval chov lelokeach, and the creditor pays cash to the buyer of the debtor's property for improvements that the buyer made to that property. Uval chov li so mim, and the creditor pays cash to the orphans of his debtor for improvements that they made to their inherited property. On the basis of this teaching of Shmuel, the inquiry raised by Rav Ashi was resolved.
Okay.
So Rav Ashi's inquiry was when he takes a half, a third, or a quarter, how does he get it? Does he get it from the actual thing, or does he get it in cash?
Yeah.
And somehow that is answered, that question is answered by Rav Nachman. I'm sorry, by Rav Shmuel. Oh, Rav Nachman said the name of Shmuel. Okay, so it's answered by Rav Nachman said the name of Shmuel about the three people. And they all said cash.
Malin oson bedami. Three make an evaluation on the appreciation. Umalin oson bedamim, and they I guess pay him, the one that is owed the appreciated amount. They pay him in damim. They pay him in just in cash. They don't have to give him the one who's owed the the one who has a merit to receive the appreciated value of the article does not receive the article itself, any part of it. It sounds like he just receives cash. And an evaluation is made. That's shamin lehen hashevach. They make an evaluation of the appreciated value of the article that belongs to this other individual, and they give him that appreciated amount, which is rightfully his, in cash. He cannot demand a share in the article itself. That's what the words say over here. And then we have then there's three different examples of this. Three different cases where we see that this principle is applicable. And so according to that, we would say that in the case of this Goslin, who according to Rabbi Shimon, the shinui in the animal creates a kinyan in favor of the Goslin, so he owns the appreciated value. But to pay him the appreciated value, we could see from here that you don't need to give him any portion of the animal. You could just give him cash, the cash equivalent of the. You could keep the animal, and you don't have to give it to him. You could just give him a cash value of the appreciation that he has acquired in the animal. So to understand these cases over here, I see Rashi has got a very long Rashi over here on this first case of Bechor LePashut. So this will be an illustration of this principle that Amar Rab Nachman, Amar Shmuel has said. So, would you like to
the Pashut to the firstborn, Pashut is the simple understanding?
No, the
ordinary person.
Yeah, the son, the other sons, I think, are
right.
You have two categories of sons over here. You have one son who has a din of a bechor, and then the other ones are just called shutim.
Right.
So we know the halacha is that the bechor he gets pishnayim in the Yerusha from the father. He gets pishnayim.
Right.
So now I guess we want to know how does that work exactly practically in regard to the property and the both real and personal property, I suppose, of the father. How does it work?
Shahash bichu es ha nichsim kodem chaluka. What is this first word? Shahash bichu?
Yeah, that comes from the word shebach, and it's a verb over here. Shehesh bichu, that they with their efforts created an appreciated value in the nechasim, in the properties, kodem chaluka, before the division of the property was made. Sounds like it sounds like this. It sounds like you have in other words, at the time that the father passed away. So on that day, already now there's the halachas of Yerusha, and the bechor inherits pishnayim, and then the other sons get one portion. So in between that time of the ptira and the time of the actual chalukah, of the distribution of the property, the property was appreciating. So now the Bechor, presumably, he would be entitled to Pishnayim of the appreciated value, in addition to the Pishnayim of the property itself. Let's see how Rashi develops this point.
Okay, so the improvement to the inheritance prior to the division, ubishas chaluka notel habechor, and the at the time of the division, the firstborn takes P2 to a double portion, a bit kaos in the land, tarich le hachzir le pashut. He's required to return to the other sons, Ravia, a quarter, Hashevach, of the value, Shel Chelek, of the portion, Bechura, of the firstborn. He's got to give them back a fourth of the extra value that he gets. Bimaos, bimas, what's that mean?
In cash.
In cash. She'ein lo lito pi shnayim, that is not up to him to take the double portion, bima she hashbiach zeh. What is mashbiach? Shahashbiach.
That he caused the appreciation in the property, from the word shebach. So it's a verb here, sheshbiach, that he caused to appreciate.
So he's not required to give to a double portion in what he caused to appreciate in this.
It's not to him to take lito. He doesn't have the right to take pishnayim, a double portion, but mashesh biach. It's there in that which this property appreciated. He doesn't take pishnayim in the appreciation. It sounds like.
Ve'im ha shviach yud bet zuz.
Yud base zuz.
That if he caused to, is this the same word, caused to appreciate?
Yeah.
If he caused an appreciation of 12 zuz, ki shinatal zeh pishnayim. It's as if that he takes from this a double portion. Bikarka in the land. No tal mean hashevach. In the land, he takes from the increased value, Chet Zuzim, nine Zuzim out of 12. So 3/4.
8.
What?
Which letter? I have a ches there. Ches is
Yeah.
8.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. 8 out of 12. So 2/3.
For example, so that when he takes his pishnayim in the karka, so therefore, notul min shevach, he will take from the shevach ches zuzim. He'll take 10. He'll take 8. Sorik lachzirlo shnei zuzim. He'll have to return him 2 zuz.
I have bet. Oh, bet is 2. Yeah, bet, right.
A little bit dummy.
He's got to return 2 zuz out of the 8 that he took.
Yeah.
Uma'ala lo bidamim,
A little bit dummy.
and it goes up to his money. The
And
ain
he'll pay him back in money. These 2 zuz, he'll pay him back in money. This appreciated value, he'll pay him in dumim.
okay.
As opposed to a portion of the land itself.
Right. The ain notain lo, and they don't give to him min ha karka, or maybe he doesn't give to them. Wait. The ain notain lo. Lo is to him.
He doesn't, ain't no sin lo. The Bechor doesn't give to the Pashut. It sounds to me like we have a very simple case of one Bechor. There's only one Bechor and one Pashut, 2 sons, and one is the firstborn and one is not.
Right. So the firstborn just gives him 2 zuz, gives him back 2 zuz in cash, not from the land.
Yeah.
He doesn't give him back 2 zuz worth of land. He gives him back 2 zuz in coins. Ella im rotzeh mishal ku bidamim. But if he wants to pay in money, in value, the notain lo shnei zuzim, and he gives him 2 zuzim. The ain yachol lomar, he's not able to say lo to him. Hapishut, the other brother, tain li karka, give me land, kizeh, like this, sheva, a value of beit 2 zuzim.
Right.
He's not allowed to say to the ordinary son, give me land worth 2 zuzim.
Now the Pashut is not able to say to the Bechor,
Oh,
I'm not taking money, I want land. Ein yochol loymar lo, he cannot say to him. Who cannot say to him? Hapashut. He's the one who's talking. He can't, he's not able to demand tainli karka, give me land. Shava kazeh, like this, shava shtei zuzim, which is worth the 2 zuz that you owe me. So we see from this case over here that it's true that there's 2 brothers over here, and they both of them have their particular portion of the Yerusha, but when it comes to the Shevach, at least when it comes to the Shevach of the of the karka of the Yerusha, the Bechor is able to be Masalek, the Pashut, with Damim. He could pay him the appreciated value that the karka got in cash, and the Pashut cannot demand and say, no, I want land. He can be Masalik him. He can push him, remove him from the ownership of the land. Really, technically speaking, he's an owner of the land, just like the Bechor is, it would seem. I mean, he's right. He's got his portion. It's a lesser portion, but he's got a portion in the land too. And one would think, well, he could demand his portion in the actual land, because that's the appreciated value is the land. So he's demanding the land. So the Rabbi Yehuda, Rav Nachman Amar Shmuel is saying, no, the Bechor does not have to give him land. He could be masalik him with damim.
So I don't understand the bet, the two zuzim. Why is the Bechor giving back two zuzim?
You mean the math is wrong?
I just don't understand what's going on here. He gets 8. The Pashut gets 4, and now it's saying that the Bechor has to give back 2, so that he ends up getting 6, and the other one gets 6.
The numbers. I don't understand the numbers either. He starts off saying, if this property increased b'yud base zuz, it appreciated yud base zuz.
Right.
Kishanotol zeh pishnayim b'karka. So therefore, when the Bechor is going to take his pishnayim in the karka, noto min shebach, he'll take from the shebach shmona zuzim. He'll take 8 zuzim. Sorik lachzir lo shtei zuzim. He's got to give him back 2 zuz.
September.
The Art Scroll gives some numbers
Each.
in the 22, footnote 22.
Yeah, how does they say it?
I'm not going to go through. I'll give those to I'll give it to Lou to look at.
No. You read this. I just read a whole bunch of stuff.
No, I can't. The numbers flummox me. So besides which, they're so small I can hardly read them.
Okay, so for example, 2 brothers inherited a field worth 60 zoos and added 12 zoos worth of improvements uniformly throughout the field. If the firstborn takes 2/3 of the improved field, he will end up with 2/3 of the improvements, 8 zuzim, even though he's entitled to only half the improvements, 6 zuzim. Oh, why is that?
Who said? Where do we
Yeah.
see that?
That seems to be the key, because when he gives back 2, then it's 6 and 6. But I don't get why he only gets half. Now, it would be possible to say that we adjust for this 2 zoos discrepancy by increasing the percentage of the field given to the second brother. That is, whereas the second brother would have taken only 1/3 of the improved field, which is 2470 seconds, he now receives slightly more than 1/3 of the improved field, 2670 seconds. with the firstborn receiving slightly less than 2/3, 46/70 seconds. Shmuel teaches that this is not so. The second brother cannot demand a larger share of the land to account for the 2 zuzim. Rather, the firstborn may insist on taking 2/3 of the field, leaving the second brother with 1/3 and paying him the 2 zuzim in cash. Okay, so what we don't understand is why he gets 6. Everything else makes sense to me.
The land was originally worth 60,
Yes,
and now at the time of the distribution, it's worth 72.
correct.
So I would have thought that the Bechor gets Pishnaim of the 60, and he gets Pishnaim of the extra 12.
Right. That's what I would have thought.
Maybe what we don't understand over here is what does it really mean, Pishnaim? Maybe it's not the way the halachic Pishnaim is not exactly the way we would have thought Pishnaim is.
Well, what is it what's Tishmaim mean?
Pishnaim means double. It means he gets twice as much as the other son.
Right.
So that would mean that if,
Oh.
let's say you have 3 parts,
The eldest.
you have 3 parts, so the Bechor would get 2 parts and the other one would get 1 part.
Right, yeah, I understand that, at least.
Okay, so I would say that if you got 60, so that means that the Bechor would get he would get what? He would get 40, and the other one would get 20, right?
Right.
He gets 40, he gets 20. Okay, now we got 12. How do we distribute the 12? This one gets 8, this one gets 4, no?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the Bechor should be getting 48 out of the 72, and the Pashut should be getting 24 out of the 72. Is that what the Art Scroll says?
No.
That's our problem.
It says that he gets that from the land, but then he has to give back the 2
That's the 2.
because he is entitled to only half the improvements. That's the statement that
Oh yeah, that we don't understand at all. Why does he not get a? Oh, I mean, it could be. I mean, I didn't see anywhere that Rashi even hinted at that.
Here. It quoting Bava Basra 124a teaches that although the Torah grants the firstborn a double portion of the estate, he would receive 2/3 of the field and his brother 1/3.
Right.
He did not receive a double portion of the improvements made to the estate after the father's death.
Okay.
This is based on the verse which indicates that the firstborn receives a double portion only of property that was available when the father died. See Deuteronomy 21:17.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay,
that's
so
it.
that makes sense. So he's entitled to half, but the question is, what comes from land and what comes from money, cash? So they're
Okay,
saying
so now,
he gets 2/3 of all the land. But then in order to reconcile with the second law, he's got to give back 2.
okay, so according to this, what you said, Lou, the Bechor should be getting 46, and the Pashut will be getting 26.
Right,
So
that's what the Art Scroll says.
So therefore we gotta that's why he gives back 2 zuz. To
Right.
make it okay.
And what's relevant to us is that the 2 zuz is in cash as opposed to land.
Ah. Well, so that would mean that the other 4 that the Pashut received, he did receive in land.
Correct.
He's receiving, wow. Wow, that's amazing. I mean, if you didn't have this art scroll, how would you how would you know? Rashi doesn't even mention anything about that. I guess he assumes that you, of course, you know that that is so, that the appreciated value, they divide equally. Where did Rashi say that in this Rashi?
Yeah, he didn't. That's why I was confused, because I saw the bet. He mentions the bet, but he just assumes you understand, I think, that background.
There's nothing in Tosafos.
I guess in order to, yeah, all Rashi says is when it improves Yud Beis Zuz, when it appreciates Yud Beis Zuz, so then when the Bechor takes his Pishnayim from the Karka, he'll take from the Shevach 8 Zuz. He'll have to return two Zuz Umala lo Badamim, and that he'll pay him in cash.
Right.
He'll pay him in cash. So the implication is that the rest of what the Pashut got was in Karka.
Right.
Okay, wow. Wow, that's...
I agree. I never would have understood that without the art scroll.
Wow.
But the art scroll is actually quoting Rashi.
What? The art scroll is quoting Rashi in Bava Basra, you mean?
Or
Or it's a Gemora?
he's quoting Rashi with all of this math that he's doing with the fractions.
Yeah.
At the end of that sentence, it says, see Rashi.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but
Yeah,
I see. Rashi is only explaining that the second brother cannot demand a larger share of land to account for the 2 zuzim.
Yeah.
That's the Rashi,
That's the point.
right? But it's not saying that Rashi is explaining all the facts about the half.
Yeah.
It doesn't say who explains that. It just quotes Baba Basra.
Where's this Gemora in Bava Basra, Lou?
124a.
Okay. And a pasuk in Devorim.
Right, that is 21:17.
Wow. Okay. Very good. All right. So the only thing that would need to be explained is why couldn't the only question that I would have is why couldn't the Bechor also, I mean, Lamaisa, the appreciated. Okay, we got back. So, yeah, that's what we don't understand. Why is it that it does sound though that the Bechor has to give him in Karka everything except for these 2 zuz. What about the other? It seems like a very strange combination. These 2 zuz he doesn't have to give him in Karka, but the other appreciated value that he got, he does have to give him in Karka. It sounds like. What's the difference? What is the difference?
That the footnote says is the Chiddush of Shmuel. Where is Shmuel?
This
Oh, yeah,
is what,
Shmuel. Shmuel says, oh, that's from the three people.
yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't know why you need three people either. Three, you know who the three are? The three are the three cases that that Shmuel is going to tell us now. Shlosha, in other words, these three cases, the din is Shamim Lahem HaShevach V'Malin Osam B'Damim. We make an evaluation of the Shevach, of the appreciated value of the property, and then he gives them back. They give them back in Damim. So, okay. Yeah, what does Tosfos say about this? I don't know if Tosfos says anything.
There is a Tosfos, according to the footnote, Dibur HaMaskil is Shlosha.
Oh, Shlosha. Okay. Afugav de Tani Gimel, Tana V'Shayer. Tosfos is saying even though they're saying three, it's Lav Dafka. Tana V'Shayer means the Tana taught some of the cases and he left over some of the other cases that there are, but he didn't teach them.
Well, the footnote says that Tosfos is saying more than that. It says that the resolution is that just as in the case of these three things, the one who has rights to the property takes the entire property itself and compensates the current holder in cash for the improvements. So too, in the case of Reb Shimon's ruling, the original owner takes the newborn calf itself and pays the robber cash for the quarter, third, or half. So I'm not sure now. It's diverging to a different case, to the previous case.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So Bez Hashem will continue this.
Amen. Thank you, Rabbi.
Oh,
All right.
Yasher Koyach.
Hey, thank you.
All right, then, be well, everybody.
Okay, have a good day,
Tomorrow,
Roy.
Manchester.
Have a good day.
4 o'clock, Lou, right?
4 o'clock, Alan. Yep, we're
Okay.
on.
Thank you.